Hello, Raising Rein family. Welcome to another season. Thank you so much for supporting us during season 1 and welcome back to season 2. If you're new here, grab a seat. We are about to serve some wisdom. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe and follow us on our socials on TikTok and on Instagram. And we are also on, Spotify. So we have 2 avenues. We have YouTube and we're also on Spotify. If you're an audio person, we got you on Spotify. If you're a YouTube person, video person, we're also on YouTube. We have shorts on TikTok and also on Instagram. So on today's episode, we will be exploring village or vacuum, rebuilding support systems. And before I let our guest for today introduce herself, I'm going to introduce a new segment and tell me in the comments if you like the new segment or not. The new segment is called Did You Know? And today I'm asking, did you know that human beings were never meant to raise children in isolation? Did you know that for most of history, parenting happened in shared spaces with shared care and shared responsibility? And did you know that many parents today feel overwhelmed, not because parenting is harder, but because they are doing it alone? This isn't a personal failure, it's a support gap. Today we are asking, do you have a village or are you parenting in a vacuum? Then let's get to it. I'll let our guest introduce herself, then we'll just dive right into the topic.
Nice. Hello, everyone. My name is Jacky Moremi, our CEO, Premac Care. So at Premac Care, we do home-based nursing care for people of all ages. Today, we're here because of our newborn care service, where we support moms through the postpartum period once baby comes, so that you're able to rest, to rejuvenate, and to just feel like yourself.
Welcome, Jacky.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for agreeing to come on the show.
You're welcome.
On to our first question. For listeners meeting you for the first time, who is Jacky beyond Premac Care and beyond the work?
All right. Jacky. I don't know whether I'm supposed to start with my age because I'm still very young at heart. I'm still feeling a bit 21, 22-ish. Don't judge. But yeah, so I'm a mom of two boys, 2 adorable boys, bundled with some chaos here and there. And I think besides being a mom and my work, I'm also very big in community work. I'm a Rotarian. And yeah, so I'm either working or raising the boys or giving back to the community.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Okay.
On to our second question. What drew you into maternal support work? Was there a personal experience that shaped that path?
I would say yes. One, because my firstborn was a COVID time baby. And it was also my very first time really being a mom. And I realized many months later that there's so much that I didn't know. So for starters, there was no, the community during COVID time was close to non-existent.
Yeah.
So there's no way I would get, let's say, my mom to come show me how to give the birth to a baby or show me how to put the baby to sleep. So I literally had to learn it on the go. And it was a lot of work. It was chaotic. We had colic. My baby cried a lot. Was not sleeping as babies should sleep. And it was absolute tears. And so there was a period where I thought that is how all babies behave. And most moms, with time you get used to the chaos.
Yeah.
So you learn how to survive on 2 hours of sleep in a day. You learn, your mind is literally on autopilot. So now a few months later, my friends are also getting kids and I'm visiting them and I realize, so I'm not the only one who was clueless. You're also going through it. Yeah. So at around this time, I was still working at Premac Care, but we were mostly focusing on dementia care, and elderly care. And so with time now, I really started showing up for my friends because I was like, hey, I don't want you to suffer how I suffered.
Yeah.
So we do evening visits, we go do bath time, just chat with moms, we do some hospital errands,
Yeah.
and just really show up for them. Because around this time, my son is now 1 year plus, and we've gotten out of the ghetto somehow. And with time, I realized that there's so many mothers who are going through it. And so slowly now introduced it to one of our service offerings, and the uptake has been amazing.
Yeah, I can imagine. Also, for me, I think I have a similar experience. Most of my family is not in the country, and my husband's mom is deceased. So when I got my son, I had no one there physically to support me, which was quite hard because, it's my first time being a mom and this whole thing is new to me. But for someone who's, if my mom was there, she would have told me, oh, this is how you, if your baby is constipated, this is what to do. If your baby is not sleeping at night, this is what to do. She used to do that over the phone, but I really, really craved her being there physically, or just someone to guide me physically. So it's good to know that this is something we all go through as new moms, and it's good to know that there's people out there who offer that kind of support. You don't have to do it alone.
True.
Yeah. So before you started supporting other mothers, what was your own experience of motherhood and caregiving like? Was there more? Oh, I think we've already answered that. Yeah, so we'll just move on to the next question. On to the fourth question. From your perspective, what did support used to look like for mothers, and what does support look like for most women you work with?
All right. You see, in the past, there was a village, literally, in both rural and urban areas. The village was there. In the rural areas, it mostly looked like your brother's wife, like your husband's brother's wife, coming to like just cook for you, take care of your household, your cows, everything, as you attend to your baby, sleep, and just become someone whole, like your grandmother or your husband's mom, because it was a very communal setup. So moms, I think, really had an easy time. We can't be 100% sure because we didn't experience that. But I also think it's the reason why they also got so many kids, right? Because the support was there. And raising a child was done by a village. Like a neighbor would literally like go cane you because you've been found doing something cheeky, and then she'll come tell your mom, I found Jacky doing 1, 2, 3, and I did this, and your mom would be okay. Yeah, so that is no longer there.
Yeah.
Right now, your child is your child. It is your burden or your blessing, and you're doing it by yourself. So we've moved from the communal setup to a very individualistic way of raising kids. I'm the one who know what I want for my kids, which is okay by all means. But then we lost that village aspect. And so right now we're finding moms who are doing it alone. And it is very, very hard to raise a child by yourself. It is very hard to, especially the first 3 months when you're still bleeding, when you're still figuring out how to properly breastfeed, when you're still figuring out what to do with your baby. Because, nurses will just hand over a 3.1 kg tiny little person to you, and you're told, all right, adios. See you at 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, so what do we do after here? So these moms are struggling a lot. And it's also the reason why we've seen an increase in the cases of postpartum depression, because there's no way you'll attend to your baby round the clock and still stay sane.
Yeah,
you will lose it at some point.
Yeah. And then you're not only expected to care for the baby, you still have to cook in some cases, you still have to clean, so it's crazy really.
Yeah.
And we thank God for people who do have support. Please do not take it for granted, because there's mothers out here who are going through it. And I've actually had so many stories of women who've gone into postpartum depression, not because of motherhood itself, but just because of the lack of support. So even if you're watching this and you have a mom friend who just gave birth and is in that postpartum stage, please show up for them. Sometimes just calling and checking in on them, or just showing up, going to help them with the dishes and stuff like that, it goes a long way.
Yeah.
And as women, let's support each other. Let's show up for each other. That's the only way we are going to improve society as well. Because these kids that we are raising, if you're raising a child as a depressed person, you're going to pass that on to your child, and it's going to come out later in life. So please, let's support each other, and it's going to show even in the community years later. Yeah. So why do you think doing it all alone has become something people almost take pride in? And what is the real cost of that emotionally and mentally?
I think to a certain extent, I believe it's because there's no other option. We've also become very busy. I mean, we're going through a lot economically, politically, as a society. And so there's no way I'm going to sacrifice, let's say, 2 hours of my time. And maybe that's those 2 hours I'm supposed to be working and earning something overtime, So there's so much stress in the society. Everyone is going through it. And so sometimes, the little time even your friends have, they prioritize it by showing up for themselves or just now also sleeping. You see? And so it gets hard.
Yeah.
It gets hard to have that village. Also, to some extent, it's because changes people, the state of how we're raising and motherhood and parenting has also changed. And it's okay to change with things, but now I still think we should pick the good from the years ago and carry them.
Carry them forward.
Yeah.
I also feel like as women, we are raised to be strong, and asking for help is seen as weakness.
Yeah, it gets so hard to delegate as a woman because we've also been told we can do it all. And, we can really do it all. It's a conversation I was having, I think, yesterday yes, we can really do it all, but at what expense? You see, we'll show up for the household, for your husband, for your kids, for your work, and everything will flow. But the reason why everything is flowing is because it's at the expense now of our well-being. And we are the foundation. And that's why when something changes or shifts, then everything crumbles down because the foundation was never steady. So delegation. And we've been told, don't ask for help. And it is your baby. You're supposed to know what you're supposed to do with your baby. I raised 10 kids by myself, forgetting they had that village back then, We can't compare. There are times when school was free or close to free. And now there's all this stress pushing you every day. And
True.
We'll end up burning out.
Yeah. And that's why sometimes you even find young women are aging faster because they've taken on so much on their shoulders. But guys, help is available, and asking for help is not weakness.
True.
Yeah, you don't have to do it all by yourself. You're not a superwoman.
It's actually self-care.
Yeah.
It's you showing people how to show up for yourself. It's you filling your cup.
Yeah. Who is carrying the weight when there's no village?
It's definitely the mom. You can tell from the mental load that just comes with being a mom. You're scheduling appointments, or I'm supposed to go see the doctor. If it's an older kid, or we need to go to the barber shop. There's a football tournament happening that I need to sign up for. I think their church Sunday school is doing a singing game on Sunday. We need to go for practice. Yani, all that is in your mind. And everything flows by the way. So we've carried everyone else on our shoulders, and it is taking a toll on us, because I mean it's an invisible load. It's very invisible, and that by the time you realize how heavy it is, you'll be literally breaking down. So really, like you're saying, asking for help is no weakness. And we keep saying that there's no trophy in suffering.
True.
There's no trophy in suffering. So get all the help you can. Delegate anything and everything that you can delegate, and just do what you just need to do.
Yeah. Yeah. So guys, reach out to Premac Care. Yeah. They're gonna sort you out. If you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling like you can't take it anymore, reach out. Help is available. Whether it's paid or you're getting it from relatives or friends, help is available. You just have to accept that you do need help and then reach out.
Yes.
What does help actually mean in the context of motherhood, and why do women struggle to ask for it?
You see why actually I would say over 80% of our clients, that's the question, and that's what they really battle with before even signing up is, am I not a good mom? Am I not enough? Why is it that I need to give someone else what the society has said is what me as a mom should be doing? Why do I need someone else to come take care of my baby while I'm there? So it is the hardest thing for moms to do, and not just first-time moms, even when it's your second child. Because, I mean, you've been with this child for 10 months in your womb. You've carried him or her. You've had the highs and the lows. Okay, you literally are connected to each other. And so even just handing over your baby to a nurse is a very huge step, and it takes a lot of energy. And what I would like to say is, it doesn't mean that you're not a good mom. It just means that you're prioritizing yourself and you want to show up better for your child. Because there's no way, imagine now when you're burnt out or when you're working on autopilot, do you know, you really not notice these babies' milestones at all, because you're on feed, change diapers, sleep, feed, change diapers. Oh, the sun is out. Okay, let me go sunbathe. All this time, even when you're feeding at night, you just want to get some sleep.
Some sleep.
Yes. So you never even really get to just intentionally bond your baby with your baby. You're just doing it because you have to do it.
Out of duty.
But now with rest, even though you're just showing up for 12 hours, it is very intentional. That baby is getting a very sober version of you. And I mean, the difference is so visible. And it's also not about the baby. It's more about the mom. Because for so long, when someone is pregnant, we're all focused on the bump, the mom, or you're glowing, you're so beautiful. And then the baby comes and the focus shifts to the baby. And so what we do actually at Premac Care is we first show up for the mom. So we'll do check-ins. We'll have casual conversations to just gauge how you're doing mentally, how you're doing emotionally. Also support like with breastfeeding, because let me tell you, breastfeeding is also another ghetto. Everyone says it's natural, but it's not.
It's not.
Everyone struggles with latching, with breastfeeding, and we don't have this information out here. And so you will think that you're the only one who don't know how to do that. And so that's where mom guilt starts.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm already failing. Yeah. So supporting with latching, with the simple tasks like just ensuring you're sitting well, you're hydrating, like you're absolute doing everything for yourself and prioritizing yourself, so that then you'll be able to show up for your child and even maybe for the rest of the household.
Yeah,
if they're
true.
there.
when you're in a better state, even your child gets to enjoy you. Yeah, they're like, wow, mom is so wholesome. Mom is so happy today.
Yes.
Yeah.
And kids are able to pick those energies. So when you're stressed, that child will definitely be fussy
True.
because they co-regulate. So he or she will be picking your energy if you're stressed, if you're not happy, if you're sad. And then if you're happy, then that baby will just be the most jovial and happy baby.
Yeah, so it's not bad to prioritize yourself as a mom. You can't pour from an empty cup.
True.
You need to refill your cup so you can also be able to fill other people's cups. What are some forms of support people overlook beyond childcare?
What are some of the supports people overlook beyond childcare? Supporting the mom, like I said. So childcare is not just now focusing on the child. I'm gonna also now do a little bit now on the friend side, whereby now as friends to a new mom, most of the time you'll find people saying, let me know when you need help. Let me know how I can help, without knowing that we've now added to the mental load. Because now I'll start thinking, so now when I need help, now I'll need to tell her, how do I start reaching out, So as friends, we sometimes tend to allow the mom to fully focus on just childcare. But it's also our duty to also remind her of the girl she was. So we should now be coming in with, let's go for a spa date.
Yeah.
Just chatting about what we did in university. Yeah. Just some fun stuff too. Because with a newborn, it's literally baby from 10 to 10. You're just thinking, when you're talking diapers, milk. So just can't talk about anything else outside that. So I would really say we focused more on the child, and most of the times mom are left out. So as friends, let's not ask, how can I help? Show up. You're like, oh, I'm here. Carry your laptop. Let her go work from the station. Can I get her coffee? I can no, we're taking chocolate. We don't take coffee when we're breastfeeding,
Yeah.
Just be fair, because sometimes you'll find they just know when you're there, she'll be able to say, I think maybe can you unload the washing machine?
Yeah.
I need to boil some bone broth. I've been meaning to do this, Just be present.
True.
Yeah.
And also remind her, that what you said is very important. Remind her of who she is as a human being. Before she became a mom, she was a girl.
Yes,
Just to
yes.
do her nails, makeup, all that stuff. You can even do makeup tutorials in the house. Make it fun. Just make her remember, motherhood should not completely take over her life. She's also a girl. Do nails, do makeup in the house, even if you're not going anywhere, just to look good, So show up for your friends in those kind of ways, not just coming to do dishes or just have conversations. Also, those conversations are, because sometimes you don't even have anyone to talk to for days.
Yes.
Sometimes you're about to pick up baby talk because that's the only thing you've been, So showing up for moms can go beyond just the child. Even herself as a person is important.
I think also in addition to that is partner support. You can tell a mom who is supported by the partner just from how she looks, how she just by looking at her. It is one thing that has been overlooked for so long, but a present partner makes the whole difference. With a present partner, the probability of you getting postpartum depression is very low, because this is someone who will tell, I think I'm losing it, or it's also someone who will be able to pick it up and say, I noticed this and this happened. Can you go for a walk today? Or do you want to go for a drive? This is your person who you're supposed to be in pits together, in the pits together, and just really get through that murky fourth trimester phase together. So partner support is, oh my goodness, it cannot
makes a lot of difference.
Yes.
All right. Hear that, partners? Show up for your wives, show up for your children as well. And showing up for them is just not financially. It's also being there. Presence makes a lot of difference.
Yeah.
Have you seen situations where support is offered, but it doesn't actually help? And why?
Yes. Number one is, if you're not ready to accept help, then that help won't work. So if you to even like get a nurse for a night and you're still not mentally prepared to accept that help, you won't rest, because you'll be pacing in and out of the baby's nursery room every single hour. And so at 5 it's when you'll be like, all right, I think now my baby is okay. Let me sleep.
Yeah.
And so you'll end up having, like, even the mental load will be bigger than if you were doing it alone.
Yourself.
Yeah. And then the second one is a bit contradictory, but most of the time, especially support from relatives, especially the older relatives, is also increases the mental load. Because when, let's say I have a baby and someone like maybe my mother-in-law is there's no way I'll spend the whole day sleeping when I want to sleep. I will feel like I need to
Yeah.
be in the sitting room and engage her, some small talk here and there. And then in the night, because remember, they've come to support, right? If this baby wakes up at night, I won't go waking them up like, yo, excuse me, I've done my 3-hour shift. Can you please take over? There's still that, oh no, I can't do that. This is my baby. So you end up overworking yourself and not resting as you should.
True.
So it's a bit contradictory, but yeah. So when you're also looking for help, you're supposed to look, even when you're doing, we're talking to friends, we tell them, get the person who's coming to your house, especially during the first 6 weeks or the first 3 months, is a person who can literally come and like jump over utensils from your sitting room, or like no judgment.
Yeah.
A person who will step in and then you'll pick your baby and you'll go sleep for 4 hours without wondering, oh, should I have entertained him or her?
True.
A safe space for you. Yeah.
I feel like also like in that situation where you say like maybe the mom-in-law is in the house, or maybe your aunt or someone. Yeah. And then you're like, hey, if I sleep the whole day, they'll start judging me. Just say, we kuna kitu anafanyanga ni kulala tu, anatuachia mtoto.
Yes.
But they're there to help. But some of them, I know of people who will actually judge you, and then you won't feel actually comfortable having a rest, or you won't even feel comfortable leaving them with your baby. So I guess the kind of help you get is quite important. Yeah. So make sure to get the good kind of help.
Help that works for you.
True, yeah. How can mothers begin to communicate what they really need?
It starts with being self-aware, because there's no way I can communicate what I want if I also don't know what I want. And sometimes, especially in the 4th trimester, once baby comes, you also don't know what it is that you want. So that's where the Lamaze classes come in, where now before the baby comes, you get to like literally note down everything that you think will work for you. If this happens, this is what I want. So that even when you're in the pits and you have mommy brain and all that, there's like some reference of this is what will work for me if this is happening. But now as a partner, you've been with this person for so long, so you most likely your guess will be correct. And sometimes they just need presence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where should someone start if they feel like they have no support?
Wow. It's a very tough spot to be at. And I think number one is just the realization that you don't have support is a very good starting point. And then number two, you start with your relatives, your close friends, And if that is not available, then you can create your own village. And that's why Premac Care exists. It's a village that you curate to work for your needs. So just reach out and we'll be happy to step in. We'll be happy to do the spa dates with you. We'll be happy to run the errands and just really make you reconnect with who you are, to make sure you're caring for your baby to the best of your ability, and to just make sure that you're not losing your spark. You still get to feel like yourself.
True.
So it can be a paid village, it can be an outsourced village. What is important is voicing it out. Join communities. There are many WhatsApp groups for pregnant moms, nursing moms. Join those groups and just chat with moms out there. You'll realize there's so many moms who just want to chat at 2 a.m. when the baby is up, or when you're going through colic, and they're always ready to answer and support you. So don't do it alone, because now once you've realized that, then and you don't get support, it's usually a downhill
from there. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Apart from paid support, are there ways in which people can, and let's say in a situation where a woman doesn't have the money to pay for support, and then they also don't have like maybe relatives around them to help them, are there do hospitals offer this kind of, especially government hospitals, because those are the most accessible to the everyday Kenyan, do they actually have programs for postpartum, or is it just like people like you, Premac Care, or other organizations that deal with things like that?
So right now, once your baby comes and baby is okay and you've been discharged from the hospital, you'll go back to the hospital at 2 weeks to check whether if you had any wound, it's healing okay. Also, how baby is doing. During this checkup, your doctor will, or your nurse will check in to see how you're doing emotionally. They should. If your doctor is not, you can always share if you have something troubling you. And then after that, then you'll go back at 6 weeks. 6 weeks also, there's a checkup and a check-in with your doctor too, to see your state of mind, to assess for postpartum depression, to assess for, any latching issues, if baby is gaining weight correctly, and so on. But it ends there for the mom, unfortunately, because now from there, it's the 10 weeks injection, 14 weeks injection for the baby, but for the mom, it ends there, and you are on your own. It's something that we should work on as a country, because 6 weeks is not enough.
True.
6 weeks, your legs have just stopped swelling.
Yeah.
You're still barely feeling like yourself. You still can't drive for long distances. You can do a mall run, but that's it. You're still not fit to just be released to the society.
Yeah.
So there's need for more support. There's need for more, especially now, government support, so that moms who are not able to access paid care still get it. Besides that, I would have said church, but most moms with newborns don't go to church until baby is 3 months.
True.
So unless you're in, let's say, a cell group where they're coming to visit, then that's it. So that's where the moms groups really come in handy. Because sometimes they'll organize meetups. Let's say if you're in the same region, they'll say on Saturday, let's just meet here and chat. So it's community-led, but not government-led.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this and you're a policymaker in government, taking care of moms is as important as taking care of kids. A broken person is going to raise another broken person. So let's look into that as a country and offer more maternal support for women, especially during the fourth trimester. They say raising a kid is not easy. That fourth trimester, I think throughout my pregnancy journey, that was the hardest. Pregnancy was just a breeze in the park.
Yeah.
Postpartum was so yeah, let's look into that, please. And I hope someone who's in policy is watching this and something is going to be done about it. I feel like government focuses so much on women giving birth. And then after giving birth, that's it.
You're on your own.
Yeah, you're on your own. But giving birth is just a part of the journey. The bigger journey now starts after the baby's here. Now you have to take care of the baby.
True.
So let's look into maternal support in terms of, yes, we want women to give birth and give birth safely. But after that, what next? They also need support. So if we can offer support even through SHA, that would actually be great. If mental health and things like that could be covered on SHA. I'm not on SHA, so I'm not sure if that is there. But I hope it is. And if it's not, let's look into putting it in there.
Yeah, you see, I mean, we've made progress, especially now on the childcare part. And so right now there's really emphasis for children's like follow-up till 5 years of age. I believe that the same should be done for moms. Because it takes so long for a mom to go back to feeling how she was feeling before childbirth.
Yeah.
And so I still think that those 5 years should be for both mom and baby.
Yeah.
Not just the baby.
True.
Not just the baby. It is, and also every mom, it should be compulsory to have a therapy session.
Yeah.
Because the newborn stage is the ghetto. Like, you just need to go talk to someone. And we have so many government facilities and I think government counselors. It just needs to be looped into all that prenatal and postpartum package.
Yeah.
So that we're also not getting broken moms after childbirth. Because they're the same people who are coming to our workforce. They're the same people who will find in offices and say, she had bad attitude. But you don't know, you don't know where it all started.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you do when the people you expected support from don't show up?
The number one thing would be to come to terms with it. First, you accept and move on. You accept that I had this level of expectation that you were going to do 1, 2, 3, and you didn't. And so now what do we do from there?
Yeah.
And so if you had a plan B, then you move to a plan B. If you didn't have one, then you create one, because then we can't stay down. We can't stay crying. We can't just stay wallowing that things didn't work. We move on and re-strategize. Look, so now this didn't work. What else can work? It doesn't have to be 100%, but it can be a stepping block to wherever you want it to get there. So sometimes that would happen mostly from our relatives, our partner. As ladies, when we're getting married and we're getting kids, we have very high expectation for how our partners are going to support us. And I don't know why people don't share how unrealistic that is, but it is very unrealistic. And it's so sad that you get to experience it once you're already in it. Yeah, you're going to realize that there's no suffering together, really. It's you, the mom, who is going to suffer more than your partner. That there's no equality there. He will be sleeping, you won't be sleeping. Yeah. His career will move faster, actually, because the organization sees he has now more responsibilities. While yours might stall because, hey, are you going to be able to handle that project? So yours might stall for a bit. And it's a conversation that is rarely had. And yeah, so that's where most of the disappointment comes from. And I think it's important for it to be out there that you should have zero expectations.
Or
really lower your expectations. If the support is there, well and good. If it's not, I mean, you've Karumachuku talks about us as women getting wives for ourselves. So get as many wives as you can. Get a wife to run your household. Get a wife to run your kids' extracurricular activities. A wife to do your grocery. A wife for everything.
Yeah.
Because the reason why they thrive is also because they have people supporting them.
True. I think for me, actually, I was just telling my husband, it's funny how I even need to ask for permission to go take a shower because you can't just leave the baby there and go to the bathroom to
Right?
shower. You have to be like, hey, I need to go and shower. Could you please stay with the baby so I can go shower? Or not even just showering, basically doing anything. You need to be like, hey, I need to do this and this. Can you?
Yes.
So the dynamics are not equal. As a mom, the heavier load is on you.
And he doesn't. He doesn't ask when he's going for a shower.
He just wakes up and he's like, gone. So it's crazy.
And that really messes a lot of relationships, especially in the early days. If actually there's no communication, that can break everything, because slowly one thing will lead to another one, then resentment will build up and build up, and you're like, who is this person? How did I get here?
Yeah. For me too, we also had a really rough time navigating the first few months with a baby because I felt like the bigger burden was on me. And if I didn't voice how I was feeling, he wouldn't actually have even known that I was feeling like that.
Yes.
But he was good and he acknowledged what I was feeling. And he was like, okay, so how can we work together? Or how can I be more of help? I might not be able to see it, but when you voice it, now I can actually see it.
Yeah.
So I think also saying it and telling it to your partner will... I don't know how he will choose to receive it, but speaking it out and bringing it to light can actually help the situation.
Yeah. So communication, and it's also communicating in a way that you're also not injuring the person you're communicating to. So it's more of, when you did this, I felt 1, 2, 3, not you made me do this,
Yeah.
So not really attacking, but it's coming from, this is what I feel when this happens. I would have hoped for 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
True. Okay. Can support be built outside of family, and what does that look like?
Yeah, I think actually the best support is out of family, because this is the family that you've also created for yourself. So you've built it block by block. So it's people who you can't choose family. If your auntie has something she does and you don't like, she's still your auntie. But not this family that you create for yourself. It's everything to your liking. And there are people who I think you've also have shared values and all that. And it's very possible to create support outside family. And we've seen such women thriving, because these are people who literally, I know if this happens, they'll come drop my child in your house and live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sawa. What would change if more mothers felt supported?
We'd have thriving children, but even before you get to the children part, we'd have happy moms, happy, energetic, and just,
even happy homes.
Happy homes. And happy homes make happy societies. Because you see, as a woman in the family, actually everyone moods and energies depend on your energies too. So if you're happy, your kids will be happy, your partner will be happy, everything will be running smoothly. So it's what should happen in an ideal world. We yet to get there, but we can slowly put measures into place to ensure that we're supporting our moms. We're showing up for them through this period when they need. It said that there's no mom who will ever forget what was done to her during the postpartum period. If you hurt me, I have it in my mind. If you showed up for me, I'll keep showing up for you even 40 years later, because it is when you're most vulnerable, your hormones are a mess, you're emotional, you're feeling so much, and just getting someone to hold you really goes a long way.
Yeah.
So we'd have a very happy society. I mean, a thriving society.
A thriving society.
Yeah.
They say like a woman is the backbone of society. So if women are supported, imagine what a beautiful world we would be living in, and what like we'd have quality human beings, because they were raised by someone who is whole, and someone who's not broken, and someone who's not carrying baggage, and all that stuff is usually just goes on to the child as well. But if you're happy and you're whole, and that will also go into the child, and society would be in a better place.
True.
Yeah. So for our last question, if a mother listening feels overwhelmed and alone right now, what would you want her to hear?
First, that you're not alone. You're not alone, and whatever you're feeling is totally valid. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's okay to feel tired. It is okay to question whether you're doing it right, and it gets better. It's very important to know that it's just a season. There's so much happening in your body with the hormones and all that, the sleepless nights, so you're operating on under 8 hours of sleep, which is the recommended amount of sleep. You're operating on a lot of fatigue too. You're tired. 3-hour cycle of diaper, sleep, repeat. It's a lot. And it might not feel like it right now, but it really gets better. You will get out of whatever you're in. You will get out of it. And you're going to get your spark back. But in the meantime, I want you to just reach out, ask for help. It can be from your partner. It can be from your relatives, from your friends. If you don't have that, please reach out to us so that we can just step in and give you the break that you truly deserve. The break that will see you just really feeling like a person, because I can relate to whatever you're feeling right now. And you're not alone. So many moms have been where you are. I've personally been where you are, and we're slowly getting our pink back. So you will get yours too. It's just a matter of time. But we see you, and sending lots of hugs.
Okay, thank you so much, Jacky. Before we close off the session, I'll give you like a minute to shout at Premac Care and tell the audience where they can find you if they're in need of your services, and then we can bring the show to a close.
Nice. You can reach out to, let me start with what we do at Premac Care, because it's quite a lot. I had said we do home-based nursing care for people of all ages, so all the way from newborn and postpartum support to elderly care. We have post-hospitalization care. We have first aid classes, all home-based, done at the comfort of your home. And we have Lama's classes. So if you're expectant, 28 weeks and above, please reach out to us and it's a life-saving course. We'll take you through what to expect, how your partner can support you, how you as the partner will show up for her, both before labor, during labor, after baby comes, to ensure that you're still thriving as a couple. You can reach out to us via WhatsApp on 0798 51 49 50. You can also visit our website, premacare.com. But just feel free to call us. Our offices are at Elroy Hub, Kiambu Road. Visit, just come. Oh, yeah, and if you want to have an initial consult, you can reach out by that number and we'll do a home visit. So all the best, and please reach out to us. We'll be happy to serve you.
Okay, thank you so much, Jacky. This was quite an insightful conversation. It's good to know that we are all going through this. Like, motherhood is not individual. We all share common problems.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and I hope you at home feel like this resonates with you. And if you do, please share this with someone you think is gonna need it. And if you haven't, subscribe. And if you haven't, follow us on TikTok and on Instagram. That's our main platforms. And for a few closing notes, I would like you to know that you do not have to do this alone. Needing support is not failure, it's human. Everyone at one point of their life feels like they need support. And your village may not look like how you imagined it, but it can still exist. You can still create your own village. And so thank you so much, everyone, for watching. See you on the next one.